Hello, everybody. Protect the environment, protect life. Bakit merong pollution control officer sa isang establishment, sa isang kumpanya? Well, maraming answers dyan. Isa, syempre, ang legal compliance to major environmental laws like Republic Act number 9275 or the Philippine Clean Water Act, Republic Act 8749 or the Philippine Clean Air Act, and RA 6969, the Toxic Substances, Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act. Ngayon, ang isang pollution control officer, by definition, sabi po sa DNR Administrative Order 2014-02 or the Revised Guidelines for Pollution Control Officer Accreditation, Section 4, Definition of Terms for Pollution Control Officer, a technical person competent in pollution control and environmental management. So from the definition itself, kaya kailangan ng pollution control officer dahil possible ang isang establishment can become a source of water, air, and land pollution at bilang pollution control officer, a technical person competent on how to prevent this pollution, how to control this pollution, and in general on environmental management. Moreover, ang isang pollution control officer is an officially accredited by Environmental Management Bureau regional office to perform responsibilities as exemplified in Section 10 of this Department Order DAO 2014-02 as shown in Section 10, Duties and Responsibilities of an Accredited PCO. First item, together with the managing head, ensure compliance with the requirements of PD 1586, RA 6969, RA 8749, RA 9003, RA 9275, their respective implementing rules and regulations, and other pertinent rules and regulations. And in item number 3, attend to all permitting and registration requirements of the establishment prior to the construction, installation, or operation of pollution sources and control facilities. So isa yan sa reason bakit meron at kailangan ng pollution control officer ang isang establishment or ang isang kumpanya. Well, ang pollution control officer as defined na dapat siya ay officially accredited ng Environmental Management Bureau Regional Office. So, merong Certificate of Accreditation na ibinibigay sa kanila once sila po ay qualified and nasatisfy nila yung mga requirements for the accreditation. So as shown is a sample of a certificate of accreditation. Of course, signed niyan ng isang regional director of the Environmental Management Bureau Regional Office. What are the requirements for Pollution Control Officer accreditation? Well, depende kung anong type of application. For example, the applicant will apply for the first time. So, new application, kailangan meron siyang online account sa pco.emb.gov.ph. Siyempre, para makapag-submit ng online application, may kailangang online account. Another requirement is to complete the personal profile na nandoon sa system sa pco.emb.gov.ph at isa sa mga hinahanap doon yung resume ng isang applicant. Hinahanap din siyempre doon ang mga transcript of records or diploma as a proof of education. And kasama din yung mga certificate of employment para makita kung ilang taon na ba ang working experience. Part of the requirements for the first time application, yung certificate of PCO training. That is in compliance with the rules and regulations, especially doon sa DAO 2014-02 Section 6. Nakalagay po dyan sa Department Order Section 6 para maging isang qualified pollution control officer, ma-qualify sa ganitong position, dapat naka-attend ng basic PCO training course sa isang EMB recognized training organization or institution within the last 3 years. So yung certificate of PCO training is form part of the requirements for PCO accreditation. At sa Section 8 ng Department Order din na ito, talking about the accreditation of PCO, showing the necessary requirements. Among others is yung requirement for the managing head of the establishment, 8 hours training on environmental management covering the basic environmental laws, rules and regulations, and the duties and responsibilities of the PCO. So meron ding certificate of managing head training as form part of the requirements for PCO accreditation. So kaya naman ang isang applicant, ang isang pollution control officer sa first time application ito, kailangan ng Certificate of Managing Head Training also. So maliban sa Certificate of PCO Training. Kaya lang minsan may mga applicant na sila yung may-ari ng mga establishment, ng mga kumpanya or one of the incorporators. So yung mga may-ari or isa sa mga incorporators, usually hinahanapan na lamang sila ng certificate of PCO training kahit hindi na sila umattend ng managing head training, hindi na sila kailangan magpasa pa ng certificate of managing head training. Same requirements doon sa mga owner, dapat meron din silang online account at kailangan i-complete nila yung PCO profile. And the proof of company ownership para payagan na, o sige, ikaw yung may-ari, so pwede kang maging PCO at the same time managing head. But there are regional offices na kapag ka category A, okay lang yon na sige, pwede ka na ikaw ang PCO at the same time ikaw ang managing head. Pero pagka category B, may mga EMB regional offices na kailangan talagang hiwalay yung PCO and the managing head. So, mabi-verify na lamang yan ng isang applicant, lalong-lalo owner or incorporator kung inaalaw siya na sige, bilang owner or incorporator, pwede kang maging PCO at the same time managing it. But most of the time, pagka category B, sa ibang experiences po at sa ibang regional offices na pagka category B, hiwalay, hindi pwedeng iisa yung tao. Pero pagka category A, napapayagan minsan na yung may-ari siya ang magiging PCO at the same time managing head, and then therefore certificate of PCO training na lamang ang hinihingi. So, kadalasan separate talaga ang PCO and managing head. That's why during the first time application for PCO accreditation, inire-require ang applicant ng signed and notarized affidavit of joint undertaking of the PCO and the managing head. So meaning dalawa talaga. There must be a letter of appointment or designation letter as pollution control officer of the establishment signed by the managing head. No. Now, if the PCO is licensed professional, pwedeng isama niya yung kanyang valid PRC card, especially kung category B yung establishment. na hinahanapan talaga ng isang licensed professional with relevant working experience. So this is the requirement for the PCO for the first time application. To recap, the online account sa pcoemb.gov.ph, attachment doon sa kanilang profile, yung resume, and then transcript of records, and then yung certificate of employment. Kasama din ang certificate of PCO training, certificate of managing head training if applicable, and the signed and notarized affidavit of joint undertaking of the PCO and the managing head, and the letter of appointment or designation as PCO of the establishment signed by the managing head, and the valid PRC card. Well, kapag nga owner, kailangan ipakita niya yung proof of company ownership at yung kanyang certificate of PCO training, the signed and notarized affidavit of undertaking, and the resume with 2x2 picture. At syempre, parehas naman sa lahat ng application, 500 pesos application fee. No po. So during renewal of the accreditation as PCO, doon pa rin sa same account gagawin yung application at kailangan i-provide yung mga requirements like latest copy of PCO accreditation certificate para malaman talaga na renewal na. Although nasa database na naman yan ng EMB Regional Office. Merong mga pagsasubmit ng mga latest training certificate, and we don't mean basic training for PCO. Makakatulong naman kahit pa paano yung mga training certificate. Ano po. Pero hindi ito tumutukoy sa basic training for PCO. Kailangan mag-submit ng signed and notarized affidavit of joint undertaking of the PCO and the managing head, or affidavit of undertaking kung ang applicant na magre-renew ng accreditation ay yung may-ari, acting both as PCO and the managing head. As part of the requirements for the renewal of the PCO accreditation are the proof of compliance of the company to the requirements of major environmental laws. So if we have 5 major environmental laws, kailangan na makapagpasa ng mga proof of compliance sa mga batas na ito. So, mina-abbreviate nga natin minsan ito na PRR. P stands for permit, R stands for reports, and another R for results. So, itong mga requirements na to ng renewal of PCO accreditation, sinasubmit nga ito doon din sa online PCO accreditation application system. Ano po? At kung merong violation ang isang establishment during the renewal of accreditation application, kailangan magpasa ng affidavit of commitment. So, those are the requirements for the application for PCO accreditation for the first time and renewal application. And I hope natuto tayo doon sa mga pertinent rules and regulations and requirements for PCO accreditation. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for watching this video. I am Engineer Jeric Picasso. Protect the environment, protect life.